Hello and welcome back, this is ProTaleDev. It's been about 4 months since my last video, and even longer since I worked on the game Crystal Sails. I'll explain the reason for this in a moment, but based on the title of the video you can probably guess. To start, let's go back to last year. I had 2 games made. One was Christmas Commandeer, that was made during a game jam right at the end of 2022, and the other was Dungeon Architect, which was between 7 to 8 months, possibly a 9 months project during 2022. Dungeon Architect had a long development. It took a great amount of effort and time to complete. It left me with only 2 games that had been finished, unlike the previous years, where I had a lot more games that were made. But overall I was proud of the game and was pretty excited to see how people would play it and what kind of feedback I'd get on pretty much my best game I'd made so far. I then released at the end of the year and gave it some time to build interest. This is important later in the video, so keep that in mind. When 2023 started, I then set out 2 ambitious goals. I wanted at least 1 game every 2 months, very ambitious. And the second thing was I wanted to get Dungeon Architect on consoles like I did with Turtle Trial, because most of my activity and plays were on console. So this year, 2023, in January I decided to have a break, but it wasn't really a break since I'd worked on the website and updated it, and then started working on the Xbox version alongside the website all the way through February. So it really wasn't a break at all from development. I also wanted to check out Unreal 5 and do some videos on it, but I never got time during that early few months. To stick to my goal, I took part in a game jam, Aviary Breakout, and this was March, I believe the start of March or halfway through March. Aviary Breakout, it's a game created for the TriJam 209 within 3 hours, so it's to make a game in 3 hours, and it's essentially a bird that wants to escape his glass aviary. So after that was completed, I did some videos, uploaded them. At March I joined a 7-day games jam and started development, but I got really sick for about 2 weeks and was really fatigued. But on the road to recovery I was hit with some sad news, which really stopped my motivation to continue developing anything. I did not have the energy, and after the deadline had been missed for that game jam, I lost direction on the game jam as a whole. I wanted to carry it on because I don't like leaving things unfinished. I've got a lot of projects that I leave unfinished, and I wanted to really try and get this one done to try and stick to my goal, and unfortunately it would drag on. It would take so much energy just to load up the project and work on it that it would end up taking 2 months to finish. In between these months I checked out how Dungeon Architect was doing, expecting some feedback and activity at this point, but there was none. In fact, there was almost no downloads, which pushed my spirits even lower. So when Crystal Sails was finished and I uploaded the 7th day video on my channel, I stopped any activity. Now, you hear about burnout all the time from YouTubers, streamers, creators of all types, and it's definitely what I felt at the time of Crystal Sails, and it's to be expected. Editing and recording videos can take up to 3 to 4 hours and sometimes longer, which didn't help the burnout, and the development while maintaining my website was really slow. Just as the title of the video suggests, I've been making content for a very long time on YouTube, for over 12 years now, in different areas and on different channels. I created ProTaleDev channel in 2019, 4 years ago at this point, and this channel was a virtual portfolio for future employment and demonstration for my skills being developed. I have made over 30 different games, a website, I've made videos on YouTube while trying to get into the gaming industry, which is an incredible achievement. After doing so much, I had to step away and really take a few months to relax. It was a well-deserved break that I really needed more than ever. Now I'm back and things are going to be a lot different. So to start off with, I don't want to make any big promises because you never know, I may just drop out again, and so I don't want to make any promises anymore. What I will say is that I am thinking about making at least 1 or 2 more games at least this year, one in December, and at the moment I'm working on one I'm not doing a game jam or anything like that. I probably will do for the last one, just so that there is a deadline, because it does add a bit of fun. But the one I'm doing right now is sort of just for me to have fun and get back into it. I don't want any deadline for it. I'm just sort of having fun and adding to it. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be simple, very basic, and it's just really for me to get back into it. The other thing I wanted to do is what I mentioned at the very start of the year, which was with Unreal. I do want to check out a couple of projects. I don't think I'll make I don't know if I'll make any videos on it. I might just make a video exploring some of the examples and things and see if I can create something. But that's just for me to have fun, like I used to a few years ago. A big thing that's going to change though on this channel is a lot less recording. It's going to be a lot less development videos now, because in reality I've made so many development videos, I don't think I need to prove my skills as much as I used to. And it takes a lot of time to do these videos, as I mentioned before, and so a lot of that time can be taken into just developing games and just having fun. And making videos is very draining when you've done it for so long. So a lot less record, a lot less videos you'll see. There'll be probably videos for gameplay trailers or just in general gameplay, an example of a game that's finished, which will go into itch.io as an example of, let's say, a game jam. It'll be shown alongside that, but you're probably not going to see long-winded development videos like you have before. And that's going to make a huge difference in my time and how exhausted I am with this whole process, because yeah, making a game for a week, spending all your time doing a game jam for, let's say, a 7-day game jam, and then to have to then record and edit the videos the following week to 2 weeks, and then space them all out and stuff, and then you basically have to jump back into a game jam. It's just constant, and so I just need that time. This year has been one of the hardest years for me personally. I know everyone says that, but for me personally, this year's been really tough for a lot of reasons, a lot of external reasons that I'm not going to talk about. But definitely for my development and motivation, I've definitely fallen down a little bit and really needed to take that step to have a break and kind of take a step back from the gaming industry as a whole as well. I know this video has been a little bit of a downer, but also an eye-opener to anyone who's wondering where I've gone, and so I definitely want to thank anyone who's watching for taking the time to listen. I will be back to making videos again, but it's going to be, like I said, less consistent and not as much, and really just videos on the games I've made as opposed to their development. Probably a lot less of me talking as well. Yeah, hopefully this was a bit of an eye-opener. So this has been ProTaleDev, and I'll see you next time.